Hey everybody, it is Sean Eichhorn from Fitness Success in the Get Fit After 50 Facebook group, and we're talking today about step number 2 in the 5-step transformation system. And more specifically, what we're going to show you guys today is we're going to show you guys how you got to define your goals, your motivation, and your level of commitment. Now, I know this doesn't sound exciting, but this is a really important step, so make sure you guys grab a pen and paper and take some notes. So again, this is an important step because you need to set goals to keep you focused and staying on track. If you guys aren't moving towards something, you're moving backwards. And if we're moving backwards again, that's definitely not the way you guys want to go. So you need to stay motivated and constantly remind yourself of why you are trying to lose the weight and get back in shape. And this will make a lot more sense in a second. And then you got to be fully committed to achieve your goals. You know, on a scale from 1 to 10, you got to be a 10. You got to be all in, or, because if you only come in with a 50% effort, you're only going to get a 50% return, and you're going to wind up disappointed with your results. So here's the first step then. Step number 1 is you guys want to take some measurements. So you want to take measurements on anything that you want to change. So maybe you want to get your scale weight, your pant size, take your blood pressure, take out a tape measure, measure your waistline, your hips, maybe get your body fat percentage performed, maybe you measure your thighs, your arms, chest. Now this again just really depends on what you want to change. Everybody's different. Most of you are probably watching this video, the number one thing you want is the scale weight because you're looking to drop some weight. But anything that you want to improve, you got to measure. So this is again just a baseline to measure improvements from to determine if your program is working or not. And we'll talk more about this in a second. Okay, the second step then is after you do your measurements, you want to set some goals. So you want to break your goals up into two goals. You want to set a long-term goals for about 12 weeks out. And so here's an example. Let's say your 12-week goal is to lose 12 pounds. The next thing they'll show you do is you want to break that long-term goal up into a short-term 4-week goal. So if your goal is to lose 12 pounds in 12 weeks, that means you're basically trying to lose a pound a week. So you want to set a 4-week goal of losing 4 pounds. And the reason why you want to do that then is at the end of your first month, if you haven't lost the 4 pounds yet, you can evaluate what's going wrong with your program and make a modification and then get back on track. So again, evaluate and modify your program every 4 weeks to make sure that you're achieving the results that you're looking for. And this is a really important step. Most people, when they're trying to lose weight and get back in shape, they just do the same thing all the time and they don't evaluate if it's working or not, and then they plateau and then they quit. But if you guys can make a course modification every 4 weeks so that you're at least seeing some kind of results month in and month out, that's going to keep you motivated and it's going to keep you moving toward your long-term goals. So why are those goals important to you? Now, this is the most important part of this video. What I'm about to explain to you guys is truly can be life-changing for you if you do it the right way. So really pay attention here. This is your motivation. So after you set those goals, you want to identify why those goals are so important to you. Don't just tell yourself that you want to lose 12 pounds. Identify why that goal is so important. You really want to dig deep. So here's what I mean. Maybe you want to lose those 12 pounds because you can't keep up with your grandkids and you want to enjoy the time that you have left with them so that you can have fun and enjoy the time together. That is really powerful. If you can tell yourself that, that's much more powerful. It's going to keep you motivated compared to saying, okay, I just want to lose 12 pounds. Or maybe I want to lose 12 pounds because if I don't, my doctor told me I have to go on blood pressure medication. That's going to motivate you. I need to lose 12 pounds because I'm too embarrassed to be intimate with my husband and it's affecting our relationship. That is powerful. That's going to motivate you. Or maybe you need to lose 12 pounds because you're 55 years old and I need to be around for a long time to help my kids and my grandkids grow up. You know, maybe your kids are struggling. Maybe your grandkids are struggling financially and you want to help them. And that's fantastic. But if you're not around, you can't help them. So maybe that's the reason why you want to do that. So don't tell yourself you just want to lose, 12, 20 pounds. Identify why that's so important to you. Then what you got to do, the next step is you got to write down your why statements in like a journal, like a transformation journal or a book, something that you can come back to every single day. And ideally, what I suggest to my clients is you want to read your goals and why they're important to you every morning when you get up, and then before you go to bed at nighttime. Because what happens is if you can tell yourself right away in the morning, that's going to be a reminder throughout the whole day why it's important to you. And then if you do it right before you go to bed, your subconscious mind is always thinking about it, even while you're sleeping at nighttime. your subconscious mind will be thinking about it. So that way you're going to stay motivated. You're always thinking about it and you remember why it's so important to you. But make sure you guys get a journal and then write down your statement why your goals are so important. What's your motivation? Now, anytime that you guys don't feel like eating correctly, read your why statement. Anytime that you don't feel like exercising, read the why statement. Anytime that you're in a plateau or you're frustrated, read your why statement. Because again, when you guys read this again, it's going to keep you motivated and get you through the obstacles that you're running into. And this is very, very powerful. If you don't feel like exercising, but you go ahead and you read why your goals are so important to you again, that's going to get you motivated and it's going to get you to hop on that bike or go to the gym or whatever you need to do. And I can't express this enough of how important this is to identify why your goals are important and then constantly reminding yourself and read these statements to yourself twice a day. Then step number 3, what you got to do is you got to get fully committed on your program. So number 1, then you got to ask yourself on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being the least committed and 10 being the most committed, how committed are you? So let's say you ask yourself that question and you say, okay, I'm about 60%, I'm a 6 on the scale. Then what you need to do is you got to ask yourself, what do I need to do to get higher up on the scale? So let's say that you work a really busy job and that you know to yourself that you just cannot do any exercise in the afternoon or the evening after your work is, so you're going to be too tired. So what you got to do then is you got to say, okay, I'm going to go ahead and set my alarm clock 30 minutes, 5 days a week earlier than what I am right now, and I'm going to get up and I'm going to exercise right away in the morning so I don't have to worry about it the rest of the day. Then you say, okay, if I do that, I'm an 8 on the scale. So now if you're an 8, you need to ask yourself, okay, what do I need to do to get up to higher on the scale and be a solid 10? So let's say that, early in the mornings, you've got kids and your husband's away or your significant other's away in the morning working already, and you need somebody to watch the kids. Maybe you got to hire a babysitter or have a family member come over to the house to watch the kids for 30 to 40 minutes. And again, I'm just making this up off the top of my head, but it is I do hear complaints about this all the time. So this is what you need to do to get higher up on the scale. Then now that you got a babysitter, you say, okay, I'm going to work out in the mornings. That's going to bring me up to an 8. I've got a babysitter. That's bringing me up to a 9. Now, what do I need to do to be a solid 10? And maybe you're saying, okay, I just know I'm not going to be committed in the mornings. I need someone to hold me accountable. And you say, okay, I need to hire a personal trainer or I need to get a gym membership. If you hire a personal trainer, if you're not showing up, they're going to give you phone calls. They're going to shoot you emails and text messages and make sure that you're showing up consistently. So maybe, to get to a solid 10, you need an accountability partner. Maybe not just a personal trainer, but a workout buddy that's going to be fully committed like you. And when you do that, then maybe you're going to be a solid 10. Now, you have to be a 10 or it's not going to work. If you guys put 100% effort in, you're going to get 100% effort back. So hopefully this gives you guys some education and make you aware of what you need to do. These 3 simple steps, they're going to get you motivated. It's going to identify why you need to do it and what you need to do to get fully committed. And guys, these goal setting and these strategies that I just taught you, they work. So let me give you an example. Here's Bridget, a past client of mine. Now, I don't remember how much weight she lost, but you can tell she lost a lot of inches off her hips, waist, and thighs. And I like to point out in the before picture how big her stomach is. And the after picture, it's a lot smaller in tone, but also the gap in her shorts from the before picture. If you notice the gap in her shorts, how wide it is apart. And the after picture, it's a lot closer together because, again, she lost so many inches off her hips, waist, and thighs. And then here is a picture. I'm trying to remember this lady's name off the top of my head. Her name, I believe, was Jackie. She lost 40 pounds when she worked out with me. She was a coaching client of mine. So again, guys, when you set goals and you're fully committed and you apply the knowledge and education that you're learning in this video series, everything works. So guys, here's what you guys learned today again. Number 1, you need to set goals so that you're moving towards something. Remember, if you're not moving forward, you're moving backwards. And then evaluate if your program is working every 4 weeks. Make sure you're assessing it and make course modifications. Number 2, then you got to identify why those goals are so important to you for motivation. Again, remember to dig really, really deep on this. And don't be scared to get emotional. When you get emotional, then you know that you've dug deep enough. And then number 3, you got to be fully committed on a scale from 1 to 10. Again, you got to be a 10. It only works when you're a solid 10 and you're fully committed with the program. All right, guys. So in tomorrow's video, then you're going to discover how to design a complete body transformation system. I'm going to teach you the 6 key components that system has to have. And if any one of those 6 key components is left out, you're going to wind up disappointed with your results. And then you guys are going to discover why each one of those 6 key components is so important and so valuable. And remember, guys, comment below and let me know if you guys like this video and if you learned something. Give me some likes, show me that heart button, if you're watching this on social media. And I'm keeping an eye out again for the people who are the action takers. So just, if you guys need any comments, if you have any questions, post them below the video. And what I'll do is I'll come back and I'll answer them for you within the next 24 hours. But I hope you guys are enjoying this. Again, if you do, don't hesitate to socialize with the people in the group. Ask each other, help each other out, and I'm always here to help as well. All right, everybody, hope you enjoyed the video. I'll talk with you tomorrow, and remember to make it a great day.